you know, it's so funny. I feel like every Halloween has gone so differently. Last year, I was in such a different place in my life than I am now. Last year, Halloween had some major drama. Halloween night didn't, but the next day, some huge drama came out. And now that it's been a year, I'm literally just gonna tell you guys because I don't care. If you go back when it was already over. She was rude and annoying the whole trip. I'm sorry, but she was, and I think a lot of people would agree with me on that. No, a lot of people do agree with me on that, because I ended up doing, I did a tour with her just before this one, and all of us were like side-eye. Anyways, she was like, I'm gonna be so petty tomorrow. is also some major tea and stories that come from those trips. Like when I got really sick in Thailand and I had like a week of like wondering if I was gonna need to go to the hospital because I was like so ill. Or in Vietnam when I also got very ill and I got fucking food poisoning and it was genuinely so bad. I thought I was gonna pass away. You know, my Southeast Asia trip was not without some really wacky things. And for reference, I backpacked it and I went solo, except a month of that I was with some friends from home. Or in Thailand when I fucking fell off a motorbike. Yeah, that's right. I fell off a motorbike. I was riding it and I just literally ate shit and then I hurt my knee. And I was like, oh no. But everything was good. Or in Vietnam where my friend had a really bad motorcycle crash and then she actually had to go home. That was another crazy part of the trip. It was really, really, really bad. Really, really, really bad. But yeah. Have I ever told you guys the story of when I chipped my tooth? Do you guys know that story? Do you guys want to hear it? Do you guys want to hear that story? So, this happened like a year and a half ago. I was at a bar with my friends, and one of my guy friends, funnily enough, the same guy from the first story that I told you guys today, he was dancing around and I was holding his beer bottle and I was holding it close to my mouth because I was gonna be taking a sip, and he's doing some like getting sturdy, but he pops up, hits the beer bottle, and then it hits my tooth and instantly it is cracked right there. So I spent $500 the next day and got an emergency filling. It was is that movie. It started off, you know, like at the beginning, it feels like I watched 3 movies in one. I fully understand the message that they were sending in the like first half of the movie, first like 3/4. The message was great, and I think that they executed it really well. But then it went fucking off the rails. I've never been left that speechless from a movie. Me and my friend we looked at each other. We were like, "What did we just watch?" It's like it took the original idea and made it insane to like the highest insane level as possible.